Welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. I'm your host, Ron Nicoletti. It is Wednesday, and it is a Chamber of Commerce day here in South Florida. We're going to get to those track and weather conditions, and when we come back, we're going to tell you might have a chance to win this Volkswagen. Let's take a look at those track and weather conditions. The main track fast, first race, 6 furlong claimers, fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and up. We have a scratch in the first of number 3, Twinkling Time.
They're off. Sydney Rules comes out running strongly. May's Treasure Trove on the far outside away second. Then Skippy It's Back, followed by Flashy Z, Candy's Lady, and the trailer is Corinthians Glory. So the field makes their way up the backstretch where May's Treasure Trove goes at it with Sydney Rules. These two clear of their competition. 2.5 lengths to Skippy Is Back, running in third with a half mile to go. Then Candy's Lady, Flashy Z to the outside, and Corinthians Glory at the back after a 22 2/4. And now May's Treasure Trove has moved away to a 2.5 length lead. And Skippy Is Back has moved up into second. Then Candy's Lady, Sydney Rules has had enough, drops back on the inside. Flashy Z and Corinthians Glory. May's Treasure Trove on top, but here comes the competition. Skippy Is Back ranges up alongside. These two right together now through a 46 flat half mile, and now it is Skippy Is Back who has taken the lead, and May's Treasure Trove is given way. Candy's Lady, Corinthians Glory, and Flashy Z are all closing low on the outside. Now the four of them hook up, and here comes Flashy Z on the outside with Candy's Lady. These two now, Candy's Lady on the inside, Skippy Is Back on the outside, Flashy Z. It's Candy's Lady. Skippy Is Back held second, Flashy Z third, and then Corinthians Glory.
Number 1, Candy's Lady wins. It pays $6.60 to win. Owned by Hard 8 Stables, Backstretch Stables, and Lone Pirate Racing. Trained by Marcus Vitale. Ridden to victory today by Nick Juarez. Second race, 6 furlong claimers, 4-year-olds and up, which have never won 2 races. Jockeying on the 1 is Orlando Boca Chica to weight 121 pounds. Scratch to number 6, Mauritial.
They're off. Trini Lime had a really bad start. It is Tailstone going out to take the early lead with Big Distinction on the outside, and going right with them from the rail is Shaft of Light, who's going to quickly take over up the backstretch. 4 lengths more back to Changing Direction, then Dancin in the heat to the outside. Grease Paint is next, and then Trini Lime, who had that bad beginning there at the back of the field, now around 9 lengths off the lead as they head for the turn. Shaft of Light takes off after a 22 2/4, opens up to lead by 3.5 now. Big Distinction is running in second, Tailstone tailing off in third. Dancin in the heat follows fourth by 3. And then it's Changing Direction, Trini Lime, and Grease Paint. Meanwhile, Shaft of Light's got a 6-length lead as they arrive at the quarter pole. It's Shaft of Light getting away here, running a 44 3/2 mile and turning for home with an 8-length lead on Big Distinction. And then comes Dancin in the heat, followed on the outside by Changing Direction. Shaft of Light by the 16th pole, about 15 lengths out in front. Shaft of Light has absolutely crushed the field here. Under the wire, the winner by 10 over Changing Direction. Then it was Dancin in the heat, followed by Big Distinction and Grease Paint.
Number 3, Shaft of Light. Wow, much the best. Just cruises to victory. Pays $3.80 to win. Owned by Monster Racing Stables. Trained by George Navarro. And ridden to victory today by MSCL Jaramillo. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back for the third race in just a couple of moments. Welcome back. Race number 3 is 7 furlong sprint. These are maiden fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and up. We'll have 7 runners going to the post.
They're off. Novik had a good start. Rushing through his Blind Copy on the inside to show some early speed as well. Then Candy Sue on the far outside. Cafetiere is next, and then Tis a Diamond. The trailers Liberty Road and Princess Moon. Heading up the backstretch, Novik and Blind Copy go at it. Blind Copy's got a head in front. They're clear from Cafetiere, who's 2 lengths behind, running in third, with Candy Sue alongside fourth. In behind them is Tis a Diamond running in fifth up the backstretch, 5 lengths off the lead just ahead of Liberty Road, while Princess Moon trails the field 8 lengths off the lead after a 22 and 4 opening quarter mile. They move for the far turn. Blind Copy inside of Novik. They're stride for stride. These two are still 2.5 clear of Cafetiere running in third. Then Candy Sue, Liberty Road on the inside, followed by Tis a Diamond and Princess Moon. Around the far turn, and Novik is trying to put away Blind Copy and is doing it now. We'll have to deal with Cafetiere, who's circling up on the outside. Liberty Road getting going too, as Blind Copy drops back to fourth after a 46 flat half mile, and they're into the stretch. It is Novik and on the outside Cafetiere. These two come to the final furlong together. Cafetiere on the outside trying to get by Novik, who keeps on fighting. Novik holding off Cafetiere as they come down to the line. And Novik and Javier Castellano get there first. Cafetiere was second, and then came Liberty Road, Blind Copy, and Princess Moon.
Number 6, Novik, scores and pays a very nice $13.80 to win. Owned by Mark Keller, trained by Bobby Robato. Ridden to victory today by leading rider Javier Castellano. Fourth race, 5 furlongs on the turf. Maiden claimers 4-year-olds and upward will have 10 runners in the field.
They're off. Suck It Up Buster is going out to take the early lead, with Starship Menace away with speed to the outside, and from the rail is CP Warrior is away in third. Wind Warning is fourth early on, and then it's Cat Lucky to the outside, followed by Starship Danny and Wacky Cowboy. A big gap, 8 lengths back to the other 3. Batting Cage, Bold Runner, and Awesome at Last have been outrun as they make their way into the turn, where it's Suck It Up Buster going at it with Starship Menace. These two stride for stride on the lead. Wind Warning third after a 23 and 3 opening quarter mile. Then Starship Danny in behind them with CP Warrior down on the inside, followed by Wacky Cowboy and Cat Lucky, and they're coming toward the top of the stretch. And it is Suck It Up Buster turning for home. Wind Warning on the outside. Between those two, Starship Menace. CP Warrior trying to make progress on the rail. Starship Danny's been swung to the outside, tries to close in. Suck It Up Buster to catch. Here's Starship Danny on the outside coming on. Suck It Up Buster, Starship Danny. Suck It Up Buster by a neck. Starship Danny was second, and then came Starship Menace, followed by CP Warrior and Wind Warning.
Number 9, Suck It Up Buster, uses his speed to win it, pays $7 even, owned by Don Pizer, trained by Jim Gullick, ridden to victory today by Rafael Hernandez. Fifth race, 6 furlongs, claimers 3-year-olds, scratch number 7, Boss Hog.
They're off. Jet Prince out very fast, speeds off to a 2-length lead right away. Then it's Inky Dinky Doo, Nuke on the inside. On the far outside, Dean of Salsa, and suddenly they all catch up to Jet Prince, who flew out of the gate, but the 4 of them are right together now. Break of another 3 back to Flashing Light, American Luxury to the outside, followed by Carupano, and the trailer up the backstretch, Frank BB. So Jet Prince still in front here, leads the way by almost a length after a 22 and 3 opening quarter mile. On the outside, Inky Dinky Doo now edges up alongside. They're on even terms. Dean of Salsa just behind them, running in third. And then it's Nuke in fourth. American Luxury underway from fifth. After that, it's Carupano. Frank BB's got about 6 lengths to make up. And Flashing Light has been left behind as they come to the top of the stretch. Jet Prince has dropped back. It's now Inky Dinky Doo, the leader, as they come to the top of the stretch. American Luxury, Nuke is right there. Behind them, Carupano, who's down on the inside trying to put in a bid. And in behind them, Dean of Salsa. Final furlong, Inky Dinky Doo to the outside, Nuke. Now Nuke to the front from Inky Dinky Doo. Carupano is down toward the inside as Nuke takes it. over Inky Dinky Doo, and then it was Carupano in a photo between Dean of Salsa and American Luxury.
Number 2, Nuke gets the photo and gives trainer George Navarro his second win today, owned by Monster Racing Stables, their second win today. The horse paid $6.20, ridden to victory by Edgar Zayas. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back for race number 6 in just a moment or two.
Our day begins early, preparing for the task ahead, focused on a single goal. Then, it's showtime, ready to face another challenge. And while victory may be uncertain, you can always bet on us to be at our very best.
Welcome back to the 6th race, 7.5 furlongs. These are maiden claimers, 4-year-olds and up, with the rail setting 120 feet. Jockey on the 10 is Orlando Boca Chica.
They're off. Princeps Senatus had a good start. Rushing through now is Bold Bid on the inside to grab the lead. Vigas is right up there too. These two are now going to take over. Right behind them is Furious Warrior, and after a good start, Princeps Senatus is taken back to 4th. Boca Scuttlebutt is down on the inside, and they're being followed by Senad as they make their way around that first turn. Then 7 Carrots, Woodford Pine, 'Tis a Cinch, and the trailer is Peace Militant. So they head on to the backstretch, and Vigas kicks on to lead by 2. Bold Bid is second. These two, 1-2 onto the backstretch. Furious Warrior, Boca Scuttlebutt next, and then Princeps Senatus in 5th as they enter the backstretch. The opening quarter mile goes up in 23 and 4/5 seconds, and then it's Senad, who's racing 6 lengths off the lead right now, clear from 7 Carrots, Woodford Pine, 'Tis a Cinch just in behind them, and far behind is Peace Militant. It is Vigas in front as the field heads for the far turn. And Bold Bid is a length and a half behind, running in second. Furious Warrior is third. Boca Scuttlebutt rides the rail in fourth, 3.5 lengths off the lead. A 3-wide bid for Princeps Senatus starting to pick up stride. Senad is being asked for a lot of speed, not keeping up at this stage. Then 'Tis a Cinch and 7 Carrots on the outside. Coming toward the top of the stretch, Vigas in front. Furious Warrior behind them, Bold Bid, Princeps Senatus on the far outside, while Boca Scuttlebutt saves every inch of ground and is coming through on the inside, and Boca Scuttlebutt gets through just to the inside of Vigas. These two joined by Princeps Senatus. Furious Warrior is there too, also trying to gain ground. Senad and 'Tis a Cinch on the outside, but it's Princeps Senatus and Senad to the wire. Princeps Senatus over Senad, Boca Scuttlebutt, and then 'Tis a Cinch and Furious Warrior.
Number 5, Princeps Senatus holds on the win and pays $8.20, owned by Craig Singer, trained by Josie Carroll, ridden to victory today by Jersey Joe Bravo. The 7th race, 5 furlongs on the turf. Claimers, fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and up, which have never won 3 races.
They're off. Woo Pass is going out to the early lead alongside of Some Roar, and outside of them Awesome and Then Some has some early speed too as the field heads up the backstretch. Then it's Coco's Cat followed by April Rose, and on the inside a Woman with Pants. Poor Etiquette and Mochima are next, and last of them all is Yarmorka. And the field racing for the far turn, Some Roar on the inside right alongside of Awesome and Then Some. Coco's Cat outside of them. Woo Pass back into 4th after a 21-3 opening quarter mile. April Rose is moving up on the far outside, has to go wide, but April Rose is on the move, and so too is a Woman with Pants as they come toward the top of the stretch. Some Roar turning for home in front. April Rose to the outside second. At the rail it's Woo Pass, a Woman with Pants on the far outside, coming into the final furlong. Some Roar, April Rose. Some Roar on the inside, April Rose, a Woman with Pants closing on the far outside. As they come down to the wire, it's going to be Some Roar. over April Rose and a woman with pants who were side by side in a photo. Then poor etiquette and whoop pass.
Number 4, Some Roar, wins it for Waterford Stable, trained by Fernando Abreu, and that gives jockey Javier Castellano his second win today. The 8th race, 1 mile and 1/16th on the turf. Claimers 4-year-olds and upward, which have never won 2 races. Scratch the 2, quite the issue. Number 4, Quality Prince, the jockey on the 11, Vincente Guidel.
They're off. Natural Order and Vega had good beginnings, so too Harbor King on the outside. A Break, and on the far outside going up is Glamorgan as they race bias for the first time. Natural Order, the leader. Glamorgan now goes up on the outside into second. These two will take them into the turn, with Vega 2 lengths behind them running in third. Harbor King is fourth. Dave Holt on the inside follows in fifth. After that, it's Sunset District inside of Battle Red, who's racing right to the inside of Britannia's Moat, 3 wide on that turn. Then back to a Break. Down toward the inside, Mexican Groove is next, and at the back, a Rock Eagle and Golden Spear. 23 and 2 was the quarter. Onto the back stretch, it is Natural Order in front. And in the clear by 2 now as Glamorgan sits back in second and Vega tracks them from third. Then Dave Holt, Harbor King, Britannia's Moat, and Sunset District all right together. And they're just clear of Battle Red, who's now about 7 lengths off the lead up the back stretch. Then comes a Break. On the inside, Mexican Groove, Rock Eagle, and Golden Spear. 48 and 4 was the half mile. Racing for the far turn, Natural Order, and now Vega has moved up into second, 3/4 of a length behind. Glamorgan right behind them running in third. Dave Holt is fourth. And then on the outside, it's Harbor King, Sunset District along the rail. Mexican Groove sent along between those two begins to move up. A wide run for a Break as they come to the top of the stretch. Natural Order and Vega. Vega on the outside of Natural Order. These two into the final furlong together. Glamorgan hangs in there third on the inside. On the far outside, it is Mexican Groove closing late. Then Sunset District and Rock Eagle. Here comes Mexican Groove on the far outside, trying to get there and does. Mexican Groove ran them down to beat Natural Order and Vega, who were followed by Rock Eagle and Sunset District.
Number 8, Mexican Groove, wins it and pays $20.20, owned by Eccentric Club Racing Stable, trained by Mike Maker, ridden to victory today by Joel Rosario. We'll take a short break. We'll be back for the late Daily Double. Welcome back for our 9th race of the afternoon. 7 furlongs and allowance. Fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and up, which never won a race other than maiden claiming her starter. We'll have 9 runners in this field.
They're off. Good start by Street Smoke. And on the inside, there goes Diamond Earring with early speed. Racing between those two, outrunning in third. After that, it's Hold Me Down fourth early on, a length and a half clear of Dark and Winding Road on the inside, who's now making progress and only 2 lengths off the lead. Romantic Vision is next, and then comes Mom's a Cougar, Saving Time, and Save Rock and Roll at the back of the pack as Diamond Earring takes him through a 22 and 4 first quarter mile, leads by a neck. Racing second to the outside, then Street Smoke and Dark and Winding Road. Right behind them, Hold Me Down is fifth, racing for the turn and is moving up 3 wide. 2.5 lengths back to Romantic Vision, Saving Time to the inside, Save Rock and Roll, Mom's a Cougar is last. Around the far turn, still Diamond Earring and racing a 46 flat half mile. Street Smoke comes up there 3 wide. 4 wide for Hold Me Down, who's trying to mount a charge. Save Rock and Roll is 5 deep and on the move on the far outside. And here's Save Rock and Roll charging up toward the front runners with the widest trip at the top of the stretch. Save Rock and Roll on the far outside. Now up to engage leader Street Smoke. These two kick away. And then it's Hold Me Down. Toward the inside, Saving Time is next. It is Street Smoke and Save Rock and Roll coming down to the line. Hold Me Down third. It is Street Smoke. over Save Rock and Roll, then Hold Me Down, Saving Time, and Romantic Vision.
Number 5, Street Smoke lights up the board and pays $93 even. Wins it for Hardacre Farm LLC, trained by Amy Tarrant, and that gives jockey Rafael Hernandez his second win on the card. Tenth race, 5 furlongs on the turf. These are claimers, fillies, 3-year-olds. Scratch the 8th, Ever Arch.
They're off. And it is Wish I Hadda who comes out running well. To the outside, Ela's got some early speed too. And on the inside, Rosebud's Tiger is away running in third. Roman's Midi came out in fourth, 5 lengths off the lead early on, and then Leela's Way to the outside, followed by Cattindog. Red High Tops is next. Then it's Chesson, Playa Zaragoza, followed by Cowtown Jane Capriasca, and the trailer Blazing Diamond, 21-1. A sharp opening quarter mile here for Ela, who leads the way on the far turn by 3. After that, it's Wish I Had a Second. Rosebud's Tiger on the outside, third, followed by Roman's Midi, fourth on the inside. They're into the stretch, and Ela turns for home with a daylight lead here. Ela's out there by about 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, Ela's just going to romp in this race. It's going to be a race for second. Roman's Midi currently there as Ela comes under the wire all alone. Roman's Midi is going to be second, and then it was Cattindog, followed by a late move from Capriasca and Cowtown Jane.
Wow, number 12, Ela, what a performance. Busts out of the gate, never looks back. Owned by Jagger Incorporated, trained by Jamie Ness. Ridden today by apprentice Vincente Gudel. That horse paid $15.20 to win. In the pick 5, 5 of 5, $35,194.50. 4 of 5, $188.10. Rainbow 6, a couple of tickets, 6 of 6, $59,244.84. We'll have a carryover going into Thursday of $1,228,001.13. And that wraps up Wednesday's card. Remember to join us right back here on Thursday. 11 races, first race post 12:35. You come to our casino, you got a chance to win this beautiful Volkswagen from Rick Case Volkswagen. Should be a lot of fun. Good night and good luck.